Well, what are we working on tonight? It's another small, well, it's not even small engine repair night. It's just, I'm not that cool to have a small engine repair night. It's the only time I can get anything done, it seems these days, is to be out here late at night. But that's okay. I don't mind that. Let me sit you guys down on the stand. Let me turn on some light. What are we working on today? Oh, you know what? I gotta be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, here's what we're going to work on tonight. You guys may recognize this. This is the hitch that was crazy tall and I chopped it down. This hitch works well. I've used it to tow the utility trailer on 3 or 4 dump runs already since I built this just a couple months ago. And it's using this ball. This is a 2-inch ball rated for 7,000 pounds. The shank is 1 1/8. And it fits in here quite nicely. It fits in there. There you go. It fits in there quite nicely. It's got the little notch, right, so it doesn't spin. Yeah, it actually was that way. Who cares? That's the way that goes. Now, this works well for my utility trailer, which has a 2-inch ball on it, or it takes a 2-inch ball. Shortly after I bought the Dodge, the Cummins truck, I picked up a Featherlight car trailer. I talked about it briefly. I don't think I did any videos on that. But shortly after I towed, Skippy and I towed that 8N, that 48 8N up to the ranch property, I realized what a pile of crap the car trailer was that I used to have. Or the car trailer that I was using, and now I used to have it. So I sold it right after that. My 2 decisions that were made after getting that 48 8N up to the ranch was that, first of all, I needed a real truck, that the Suburban just was not, it just didn't have it didn't have what it needed. I needed a bigger truck, let's just put it that way. And secondly, I needed to get a different car trailer because that old heavy clunky steel trailer was frustrating to say the least. So, deleted the trailer, found the Cummins truck, bought the Cummins truck. I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks after I bought the truck, I found a great deal on a 18-foot deck Featherlight aluminum trailer, and it's so much nicer, so much nicer. Anyhow, I digress. The manifestation of this hitch assembly coming into my possession, which I talk about in a previous video, changed kind of the way I'm doing things. The Featherlight trailer takes a 2 5/16 inch ball, and for the interim, the few times that I've used it, I borrowed a receiver from a friend of mine, but his is a 6-inch drop hitch, and it didn't set the trailer on the right angle to my bumper height or my receiver height, and I wanted to be able to use this thing. So my friend, he recommended getting one of these convertibles, right? I've never used these before. 10,000 pound with a 1-inch shank. It's got a 2 and a 2 5/16 inch ball. This is the little stub that fits in here. And there are already a couple problems with it, which is what brings us to our Monday night in the shop video. I want to be able to use this assembly because this clamshell here, this pintle hitch clamshell, is rated for 8 tons or 16,000 pounds. This thing's rated for an insane amount of weight. That's 1/2-inch plate. This is solid 2x2. You know, this thing is stout. And I want to be able to use this and not have to borrow something. So I didn't want to keep changing balls back and forth. And anyhow, so my buddy who does a lot of towing, he builds old cool hot rods and gassers and anything with a lot of horsepower that goes fast. He's got a really neat shop that I did some work in just a couple months ago. And I didn't do any video on it. I really should take you guys on a tour of his shop because it's really cool. Anyhow, he does a lot of towing cars around, very expensive cars around, and he swears by these convertibles. So I'm sure someone in the audience, my YouTube audience, has used these before, and they'll let me know, good, bad, or otherwise, if these things are any good. But they're beefy, man. They're really heavy. They've got the pin that you push out. And this will allow me to be able to use this receiver with both my utility hitch and that car trailer. However, so I went on Amazon and I bought this, and I didn't get the one that had the 3 because I don't need an 1 7/8. I don't own anything with 1 7/8. I have a couple balls already. I have 2 1 7/8 balls, which is funny because I've only owned one trailer that was 1 7/8, but I didn't want to spend the extra money for 3 because I didn't really need it. But here's our issue. 1 1/8 shank, 7,000 pounds. This has a 1-inch shank and it's rated for 10,000 pounds. So this fits in here perfectly. Pinto clam wants 1 1/8. It doesn't want 1 inch. Sloppy, sloppy. And this needs a notch. So I figured it's a perfect opportunity for me to get a little time on the lathe and the mill, because I'm going to chuck this up in the mill and I'm going to shave off a little bit here. Yeah, where the date is. This is August of 16 is when this was built. We're February of 17 right now, but I digress. The back of this hitch here needs just a little notch cut about it, and that's to keep it from spinning when you're tightening it down. And then I need to build a bushing that will slide over here. So I went through my inventory, my hoard. I was trying to look for a piece of pipe, trying to make my job easy if I could find pipe, but I really want this to fit pretty exact. This fits really pretty snug in here, and I want my bushing to fit snug. So I went through my hoard and I found this old slug. I don't know, it's cut off from something. So this has the outer diameter that I need. Actually, it's got to be turned down slightly. This is 1 1/4. Yeah, so I need to drop it down to 1 1/8, or 1 7/64, pretty much 1 1/8. And I'm going to bore the inside out to 1 inch. So let's chuck this up. Let me show you what we have going on. Let's see how this works. I'll be right back. Advantages and disadvantages to working at night. Typically at night my phone doesn't ring because it's late, and generally people leave me alone. So that's kind of cool, and it's quiet outside, nice and dark and quiet. You can make your parts without any problems. But the problem with working late is you're tired and you don't pay attention and you screw it up. See the play? It fits. It fits the ball nicely, and it's sloppy. Would it make a difference? I don't know. Maybe, but I don't want to find out the hard way. So here's how you fix that. And you get this. Oh, that bounced right off my dink. Okay, let's try it again. That way I won't be tempted to mess with it anymore. So let's try it again. Not tonight. Tomorrow's a new day. All right, gotta go, gotta run. See ya.